Well, there was large chunks of it that were blacked out and redacted, and you could tell just by looking at the report as a whole, almost an eighth or a sixth even of it seemed like it had been redacted. We're still working to get the exact numbers on that, and so we think there's a lot of information in there suggesting obstruction of justice, and perhaps even more evidence of collusion. And so it's very important we have the full story. It's understandable that perhaps not, the American public should see some of the redacted sections for security reasons, but at the same time, Congress, especially those on the Intelligence Committee, absolutely should.
So you just said that you believe that there could be more evidence of collusion. Does that mean you're doubting Robert Mueller's conclusion that there wasn't enough to convict the Trump campaign of colluding with Russia?
No, more that I think that there's more evidence than there might be. Just because there's not enough evidence for Robert Mueller to conclude that there was collusion doesn't mean that there's not evidence in there that makes Trump look bad and that would hurt him in 2020 or cause more investigations.
So Senator Elizabeth Warren wants Congress to move forward with impeachment. Do you think she's serious about that, or is this 2020 campaign rhetoric?
I don't want to claim to speak for Senator Warren. I will say, though, I don't agree with the strategy of pursuing impeachment. Our focus right now should be on investigations. It should be holding hearings. It should be subpoenaing Robert Mueller, speaking to him, speaking to other folks who are involved in this investigation, other individuals who played a role in it, and getting to the bottom of it as much as possible. It was very clear that Robert Mueller was not able to determine whether or not obstruction of justice occurred, but he did outline multiple cases, at least 10, where it was very clear that Trump did try to obstruct justice, and he said he can't exonerate Trump for obstruction of justice, which perfectly sets up Democrats to further investigate it, and I think they absolutely should.
But do you think, Nate, coming up into the 2020 election, it's wise for Democrats to be focusing so heavily on Trump and impeachment and obstruction of justice? Is this a smart campaign move on behalf of the Democrats? Do you think that this is playing well with the base?
That's a very good point. I think Democrats and voters want to hear about issues like healthcare and the economy and education. But at the same time, we still have a responsibility as to hold this president accountable and to keep our system of checks and balances in place. So even though it may not be the best move for 2020, does not mean it's the wrong move. And it is something we should still absolutely pursue because it's what needs to be done in order to hold this president accountable.
All right, Nate Lerner in New York. Great to have you back.